new report shows Alzheimer's disease is a growing problem. The number of patients is expected to double by the year 2050.
Alzheimer's affects 55 million people globally.
2/3 of those living with Alzheimer's are women.
Alzheimer's and other types of dementia will cost the United States about $345 billion this year.
Alzheimer's disease. For far too long, there's been too little good news.
Results from a study of an experimental treatment shows that it failed.
Clinical trials showed it didn't significantly improve brain function and memory.
99-point-something% of Alzheimer's drugs fail.
Why is it so hard to find an effective treatment for Alzheimer's?
But over the last 5 years, I've been investigating breakthroughs. And now, finally, a bit of hope.
This is an absolutely transformational moment.
Nowadays, we have multiple FDA-approved drugs.
Our genes are a predisposition. Our genes are not our fate.
4 out of every 10 cases of dementia may be preventable.
We must be able to slow or stop this disease now.
I could use a strong cup of coffee.
This is Chi-Chi Zerbe and her husband John back in 2019.
Will you come see Grandma? Grandma. Somebody, oh.
Chi-Chi is best described as the matriarch of a huge, tight-knit family.
Yum, yum, yum. Oh, yum, yum.
Over her 80 years on Earth, she has created a rich life filled with love and lasting memories.
Okay. Bye, Fred. Bye. Oh, my goodness.
But in early 2018, her family began to notice something had changed.
She would forget things, couldn't remember what we were supposed to be doing. And it slowly got worse until she would repeat herself about 3 times.
What did I drive you crazy about?
At first, she didn't believe us that she had it. You know, no, that's no big deal. I just repeat myself once in a while. Who cares?
John, being the kindest husband in the world, he said, Chi-Chi, yeah, you do. You do repeat yourself a lot. But there's something more, too. He said, let's just, just go see a doctor.
A neurologist diagnosed Chi-Chi with mild cognitive impairment and dementia due to Alzheimer's. And scans soon confirmed the worst. Her brain showed signs of the disease. Now, Chi-Chi was no stranger to Alzheimer's. She had had loved ones she watched wither away slowly from it.
My grandmother, she would sit forever and just twiddle her thus and stare into space and wouldn't talk too much.
Her mother, they finally put her in a home because her father couldn't take care of her. My greatest fears were that she would end up like her mother and grandmother, where I couldn't take care of her.
It was a hard word to hear, Alzheimer's. It hit really deep, you don't want to lose your grandma.
The worst part was seeing my mom being uncomfortable going to parties and not being herself, the person that we love, and not be confident in herself like she always has been.
When the doctor told you and you got your cognitive testing, how did they tell you?
Well, I had an office visit to get all the results of the tests, and he said, well, there is a memory problem, but I have the best place for you. And that was here in Sausalito.
And that's where I first met Chi-Chi and John 5 years ago.
I've made my way to Sausalito, California. I'm going to spend time here with this world-renowned doctor who believes he's figured out a way not just to prevent Alzheimer's, but to reverse it.
When people get diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it's a progressively isolating experience.
In 1990, Dr. Dean Ornish changed the medical world with his groundbreaking work on heart disease. His randomized clinical trial was the first to show that coronary heart disease could be reversed with nothing more than stress reduction, social support, diet, and exercise.
Part of the value of science is to increase awareness.
While Ornish's approach has sometimes been criticized for being too strict, not practical enough, some others have pointed out a lack of research showing that plant-based diets could definitively decrease disease. But Ornish turns to his decades of work as proof.
You really can eat more and weigh less if you know what to eat.
That what is good for the heart is almost certainly good for the brain.
These same lifestyle changes could reverse high blood pressure, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, obesity, early stage prostate cancer can be slowed, stopped, even reversed. And now we're hoping to show that these same lifestyle changes may reverse the progression of early stage Alzheimer's.
5 years ago, in the early stages of the study,
Do you remember what you were experiencing before your diagnosis?
I couldn't formulate words.
I spent some time with patients and their support partners for their 4-hour-long, 3-day-a-week meetings. And I got a really detailed look at the Ornish Lifestyle Intervention Program. The exercise, the yoga, and the meditation regimen. Sitting in on their support groups, and eating the provided plant-based meals.
What do you tell the participants in the trial?
Well, we tell them that we don't know if this is going to work, but we hope that it does. If you're trying to give people the message that you can reverse something, that you need to have really solid science from randomized trials before doing that.
It all matters. Preserving, even restoring the memories of a life well lived.
That no matter what happens, if I don't get better, just know that somewhere deep down outside my brain, I will always love him.
Now again, that meeting in Sausalito was 5 years ago. Seemingly a lifetime has passed since then. A global pandemic shut down the world, driving up loneliness and disconnection. But in 2024, we finally got word.
And also, it really makes it.
Dr. Ornish was ready to release his findings to us.
5 years ago, one of the things that you were trying to figure out is, could those lifestyle changes in some people actually lead to a reversal of Alzheimer's disease?
Yes.
What's the answer?
The answer is in many people it did.
I mean, it's extraordinary, Dean, reversing something that seems so preordained, it's fixed. This is my life now. It sounds extraordinary.
How's that feeling? Good? Great.
It is the first randomized controlled clinical trial showing that some Alzheimer's patients could experience cognitive improvement in just 5 months with intensive lifestyle changes alone.
Rising up into the middle back.
And importantly, those who did not make any changes in the trial worsened. Those peer-reviewed findings go public in the journal Alzheimer's Research and Therapy in June 2024.
So the more you change, the more you improve. But to get reversal, you have to make really big changes.
Which again, the big changes we're talking about, a vegan diet.
Yeah, and it's not just a vegan diet. You know, Twinkies are vegan. It's a healthy vegan diet. It's fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, soy products, as close to possible as they come in nature.
A half an hour to an hour of moderate or brisk activity, or 3 times a week, and group support. And there was yoga/meditation. You could do it in a secular way, or you could do it however you wanted to do it.
Yeah, for an hour a day.
For an hour a day.
It's a big commitment.
A big commitment, but also doable. Chi-Chi did it. And now I wanted to see how she was doing. It has been 5 years since she first joined that study.
Hey, Chi-Chi.
Sanjay.
How are ya?
I'm good. I'm
You
a
a
lot
hugger?
better now. Yes, I'm a hugger.
It's good to see you.
Same here.
It's been 5 years.
I can't believe it.
How have you been?
I've been great. I've been fine. I live with this man who has the patience of a saint. And that helps. That helps.
Cheech is doing very well. She goes out in the morning, she'll go for a walk. Almost every morning she goes for a walk. I think she's doing very well.
Does it surprise you?
Yes, after seeing her mother and grandmother, yes. Because I was figuring by this time she'd have been at home or something.
How are you doing now, do you think, as compared to 5 years ago?
Oh, much better.
Really?
Much better.
Did this help reverse some of the symptoms of Alzheimer's?
Yes. Yes.
I guess the question is why, right? What do you attribute this to?
The program, the meditation, the diet, the exercise. My choice of a meal before this was a breaded veal cutlet. I haven't had one in 5 years.
And there is this other crucial element. You gotta have a partner.
Want a piece of bread? Here.
Thank you.
John did every step of the program right alongside Chi-Chi.
The food was a little bit hard to get used to. I missed my biscuits and gravy. We're just doing without, for now.
Chi-Chi is now 85 years old. John, 92.
For Chi-Chi, she was initially randomly assigned to the comparison group of our study. So she didn't make changes for the first 20 weeks, and she got worse. And then she crossed over, got the program. Since then, she's shown improvement in 3 of the 4 tests and no change in 1 of them.
So for the first 20 weeks, she was sort of living her life.
Correct.
And everything worsened.
It also shows you how dynamic these biological mechanisms are in both directions. You can get better quickly, you can get worse quickly.
Okay, everybody good? I gotta say, this is a good-looking family here.
I had a chance to sit down with a few members of the Zerbe family.
Chi-Chi, John, you guys have done well.
We know where.
Including their daughters, Franny and Alicia.
Alicia, I don't want to overstate the impact of this or understate it. I want to be just really fair about this. For people who may be dealing with this, how would you describe the impact that this program has had on Chi-Chi?
Tremendous. It's really helped. It's, I think, slowed it down. It's just amazing, in my opinion.
I mean, how many people 5 years into dementia get to go outside and go for a walk by themselves every day? Not very many.
Take a moment to gather your awareness in this body, in this moment.
Chi-Chi, I remember when we spoke back in 2019, you were very clear with me that one of your greatest fears was going through the same thing you had seen with your mom and your grandma.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still fear that?
No, I think I passed that a long time ago.
That's kind of incredible.
Yeah. And here I am.
There you are.
Here I am.
Coming up, in the 5 years of making this documentary,
The 20-year-old newlyweds.
That's right.
I've met with patients all around the country who were diagnosed or at high risk for this devastating disease.
Do you remember this time in your life, Mike?
It made me really start to think about my own brain. I have a family history of Alzheimer's as well. Sometimes I feel a little rusty. Sometimes I worry that I make mistakes that maybe my friends and family are too polite to tell me about.
We're going to look at your body composition.
So that's why I decided to do something quite personal.
Your muscle mass, your body fat.
Quite revealing.
That wasn't quite right.
I went through a battery of tests to assess my own risk.
Just like we get a cholesterol test every year and check your blood pressure, got to do the same thing for the brain.
And what did I find?
I'll just say it.
That's coming up.
Welcome to the weekend at Firebird's Wood-Fired Grill. Visit Firebird's Wood-Fired Grill today and join us for brunch this weekend starting at 10 a.m.
It's Toyota's national sales event with so much summer left to see. From the perfect seats in a RAV4, to reimagining spaces in a Corolla Cross, to rooms with a view in a Tundra. Don't you love when summer just clicks?
Get a new 26 Corolla or Camry with 5.49 APR financing. Or lease a Corolla for $219 a month. Or this Camry for $339 a month.
Toyota keeps your summer going.
Toyota, let's go places.
It's no accident we're here.
What do you think is going on?
These victims are gonna end up being alien.
The CNN Weather app. Get weather updates from a name you trust. Stay a step ahead with fast, reliable data, interactive radar, and live video coverage when you need it most. The future of forecasting is here. Download CNN Weather today.
Drivers are learning about a new program that they didn't even know they could qualify for that can help ease the impact of the rising cost of car insurance. Here is Ashley with more.
That's right, Emily. American drivers may now be eligible to save up to $835 on their car insurance, all through a new Safe Driver Savings Program hotline that finds the company offering the largest local discounts. As long as you have no DUIs in the last 5 years, call 855-656-5538 now to check your eligibility and receive new discounted quote options. If you'd like to save up to $835 on your car insurance, call now, as thousands of calls are pouring in from drivers eager to get quotes through the program. The program is closing soon and it's free to check. Call 855-656-5538 before it's too late.
Thanks, Ashley. We'll be right back after this.
For businesses of all sizes, T-Mobile is reinventing business internet with super broadband. Powered by America's fastest 5G internet, plus Starlink satellites, super broadband reaches every zip code in the U.S.
So we've made our way to Miami now. By the year 2050, it is expected that more than 152 million people around the world will be diagnosed with Alzheimer's. It's part of the urgency of these researchers and why they're working so hard and so fast to try and get things done.
That vital work is happening at places like the University of Miami Miller School of Medicine.
So every brain that we're seeing here, the inhabitor of these brains at one point had Alzheimer's disease. Is that right?
That's correct. The majority of these brains, yes.
You know, the most amazing thing is when I was in medical school in the early 1990s, the conventional wisdom was you got a certain number of brain cells and that was it. Over your life, you could drain the cash. Things like alcohol might speed up that process, but you got what you got. By the time I finished in the year 2000, everything had changed. We realized that you could continue to grow new brain cells, which was kind of incredible.
Our goal is to make sure that we get high quality donations that could be used by investigators all around the world.
Dr. David Davis is the Associate Director of the Brain Endowment Bank.
All in the cause of better understanding the progression of the disease and potentially, hopefully, finding therapies and cures.
I started training in neurosurgery 30 years ago, and still every time I look at the human brain, I am still filled with awe. Everything we are is located right here. Every love, every memory, every desire, all here in this enigmatic 3.5 pounds of tissue.
How is your memory?
Not too good.
Are you able to remember my name, for example?
No. I
No.
forget names.
What you are watching is from 1966. The fact is, we've been talking about Alzheimer's disease for a long time now. The first known case of the disease was reported in 1906. But before the early 2000s, there was only one way to be sure someone actually had the disease or not.
The only way to definitively diagnose the disease is by an autopsy after death.
We've come a long way since then. we can now peer into the brain when the patient is very much alive.
These are PET scans that pick up the two proteins in the brain that define Alzheimer's disease, amyloid and tau. The redness indicates that the amyloid protein is present. So that's the protein that makes up the plaque, one of the defining features.
Dr. Ronald Peterson is director of the Mayo Clinic Alzheimer's Disease Research Center.
The amyloid protein that gets laid down in the brain, this can happen up to 10, 15, 20 years before a person becomes symptomatic. So many people are out there walking around with some amyloid in the brain, but they're doing fine clinically.
Connie Grumdahl is one of those people. Lots of amyloid in the brain, but zero symptoms.
So I know that I do have plaque in my brain. I don't understand how that affects some people and not others. Nice to meet you as well.
Thank you so much for
Yes.
We first met Connie at Dr. Peterson's clinic 5 years ago, in 2019. And at the time, 69-year-old Connie was halfway through a highly anticipated Alzheimer's study called the A4 trial. It was designed for those with plaque in their brains, but so far, living a normal life.
So I'm one of 19 children.
Oh, wow.
Number 18.
Okay.
And 3 of my sisters have died. I have 2 in memory care. So it's personal?
Yep.
Hi. Hello, how are you? Oh, you look so beautiful today. You have a lot of pictures from when you...
Today, we listen in on an extraordinary visit to the memory care ward.
Okay, here we are.
Connie has come to see her sister Vera, who is 12 years older.
Let's go in. We're in order of how we were born.
Again, in a family of 19 children.
And this one is getting older.
And so is this one right here.
Okay, there we are together.
This is what you wrote a long time ago for your doctorate when you were at
You mean I pushed it in here?
Yep, this is all your work.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Vera was once a trailblazing psychology professor at the University of Minnesota. A loving mother, grandmother. About 7 years ago, though, her memory started to fade, and the decline was steep.
One night she'd left the house in the middle of the night, and we didn't find her until noon the next day.
And these girls.
Today with Vera, oh, it was one of the most special days that I've had in a long time with her. Here's Judy. Looking at my family history, my brothers are fine. My sisters are not. But some of my sisters are. Will I be a lucky one? I don't know.
Those confusing, unanswered questions are what fuel Connie, and what fuels the scientists who are caring for her.
Okay, yes.
In 2019, she was midway through the 4.5-year study to try and prevent what she had seen happen to her older sister.
Yes.
Even during the pandemic, Connie would drive more than an hour each way from her home in Minneapolis to the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. She would undergo cognitive,
Okay, go ahead.
motor,
Tap like this real fast.
and general health testing.
And we are going to be giving you research IRB, Solanezumab.
And almost every month,
Oh, I can feel that go in.
she would receive this IV transfusion.
So this is, what, about an hour? It's time consuming. I feel like I'm contributing even if it's not for me. It's for research, and it might help my kids, might help my grandkids, or the greater good.
When you're dealing with people who get enrolled in a clinical trial, it's important to really be realistic and say, we're hopeful that the drug that you may receive is going to help us with treating this underlying disease. But there's a possibility it could go in the other direction.
You either agree to that risk or you don't. I don't have an alternative right now. I love you.
Oh, that's good. Thank you for that.
Here, I'll walk you in.
In September 2022, Vera passed away after her long battle with Alzheimer's. Then, in 2023, news came after a decade of research. After tracking more than 1,100 study participants,
I'm Dr. Risa Sperling. I'm the principal investigator at the A4 study.
the long-awaited results were finally in.
We did not, unfortunately, slow the cognitive decline with this particular antibody.
Disappointing findings for patients like Connie, who is now 74 years old.
The A4 study, it turned out that the approach is right. The drug was not the right one.
Lessons learned. That laid the foundation for newer drugs, like one you may have heard of, lecanemab.
A potential breakthrough this morning for millions of Americans affected by Alzheimer's. A new antibody treatment for the disease could slow the progression of cognitive decline by 27%.
There's not been a significant treatment that has had this degree of improvement in these patients, really in a long time, if ever.
Lecanemab, or Leqembi, is part of a new class of drugs called monoclonal antibodies. They are given every other week. A similar drug, donanemab, is administered monthly. Let me show you how they work. Remember beta amyloid? That's the sticky compound of protein fragments that can accumulate in the brain and can clump together to form amyloid plaques, disrupting cellular communication and eventually cause neuronal death. Well, these new drugs stimulate the immune system to attack some of the building blocks of these amyloid proteins and eventually break up the plaques. But it is important to note that there are potential side effects.
Some of those adverse events were side effects in a small percentage of the lecanemab group, including brain swelling and brain bleeding.
It's not a home run, but there's been so little progress when it comes to Alzheimer's. This incremental progress is important.
Lecanemab slowed the rate of progression by about 27%.
27%. It's enough for someone like 73-year-old Barbara Audis.
So are you ready for this, dear?
I am ready.
Alongside her husband Jim, she is here for her second Alzheimer's treatment with lecanemab.
Not too bad.
I never thought this would happen to me. Let's go.
She'll be coming here every other week for the next 18 months.
All right, you are running.
But Lana didn't answer me.
Both retired teachers, she and Jim read to one another to pass the time.
Kate sat by the fire pit, the flames lighting up her face. Well, I hope to see that my memory is steadfast and everything is in place.
So far, there are approximately 2,000 people using the drug in the United States, and it's not cheap. List price for the medication is $26,500 per year, but Medicare does often cover a good portion of it.
This is the #1 priority, so, if we have to sell the place or the house or whatever we have to do, this is a priority. We don't expect that that's going to happen, but we do what we're going to do.
Be not afraid.
They're teachers, so no surprise they've studied all the data, all the papers, and they know the odds. But here's the thing. They're looking for more time to spend together and a chance for more scientific breakthroughs, maybe even a cure.
If, in fact, you can continue pushing this back, right?
Right.
That maybe, who knows, that maybe that will be opened and you and others can be better.
Coming up, can Alzheimer's be prevented?
I would say yes, drop all fried foods.
Inside a prevention program that is now being tested all over the country.
Drivers are learning about a new program that they didn't even know they could qualify for that can help ease the impact of the rising cost of car insurance. Here is Ashley with more.
That's right, Emily. American drivers may now be eligible to save up to $835 on their car insurance, all through a new Safe Driver Savings Program hotline that finds the company offering the largest local discounts. As long as you have no DUIs in the last 5 years, call 855-656-5538 now to check your eligibility and receive new discounted quote options. If you'd like to save up to $835 on your car insurance, call now. as thousands of calls are pouring in from drivers eager to get quotes through the program. The program is closing soon and it's free to check. Call 855-656-5538 before it's too late.
Thanks, Ashley. We'll be right back after this.
What do you think is going on?
These victims are going to end up being alien.
This is a threat no one's ever seen before.
In bright as day, in black as night, no evil shall escape my sight.
Time to sell the car. All right.
Whoa, okay. Mileage, check. Accident-free, baby. Easy peasy.
Sold. Family.
I just sold the car. To Carvana.
Sell your car today on Carvana.
This is my personal iPhone 14 Pro that I bought back in 2022. This is a relatively fresh iPhone 17 Pro. You might be wondering, should I upgrade from this to this? In this case, I gotta say, we are going to do some app load time comparisons. We're going to measure 4K video export times, run Geekbench 6. We're going to do some basic multitasking, battery tests, and of course, we're going to take a bunch of photos. Starting storage, this starts with 256, this starts with 128, so that's an important factor. The iPhone 14 is a little less advanced when it comes to controls. This is the last iPhone to have just the traditional switch for switching between ring and silent mode. The 17 Pro has the action button, which can not only do that, but also be programmed to do a ton of other things. You've also got the dedicated camera control. The iPhone 14 Pro is the last major iPhone to use the old proprietary Lightning port.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
This is 71-year-old Mike Carver.
6, 3, 2.
Today, he's at his rock-steady boxing class in Berkeley, California. While Mike has no known family history of Alzheimer's, he was a carrier of both copies of the ApoE4 gene. That's the genotype that can increase a person's risk at least tenfold. And in 2017, he was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's.
All right, time.
Mike, they tell you that this is the diagnosis, and then do they tell you at all what to do about it?
Not really. Just kind of go home and, start putting things away.
Really?
Yeah.
That must have been really hard.
If there's something you want to do it in the next couple of years, because we don't know how fast this will move.
Wow.
Early onset can be very, very fast decline for some people.
Desperate for answers, Mike's wife went to the web. She searched for support groups, studies to join, anything to help slow this down.
Welcome, everybody.
Eventually, they found Dr. Dean Ornish and his clinical trial. That's the same one Chichi Zerbe has been a part of.
It was probably only maybe 3 or 4 months into the study that I realized Mike wasn't asking repetitive questions the way he had been. And those stopped. And those have kind of stayed away.
You're a meat and potatoes kind of guy.
Yeah.
They're asking you to do a vegan diet.
Yep. I'm from Kansas City. There's meat. There.
How hard was that for you?
It was pretty difficult to start, but then I just had to turn around and say, this is the best I can do to stay alive. And I want to live with my wife as long as I can.
Bend at the hip joint to stretch the spine forward.
Dr. Ornish reports that after 40 weeks, Mike's cognitive tests improved.
Our neurologist said, honestly, he has never had a patient actually show an improvement on a score. He was pretty amazed about that, and actually it was kind of shocking.
Yeah.
That was kind of when he was like at his best.
They were in the Ornish study during COVID, and they had to move the 4-hour, 3-time-a-week group sessions to Zoom.
Hey!
They enjoyed their support group so much that they still meet weekly all these years later. Throughout the study, they both lost weight. They improved their cholesterol numbers and their resting heart rate. It's been 7 years now since the diagnosis of Alzheimer's.
Apples, grapes.
And 5 since they took on the lifestyle changes. No new medications, no new therapies, just a change in their habits.
I know that there's going to be other bad things happen down the road. And I'm working hard to make that longer.
The Carvers confess that if they knew then what they know now, they would have changed their lifestyle much earlier.
If we can find ways to educate people, to help them understand what they're putting inside their bodies, how they're responding to life, there's hope. There's something we can do for our kids, for our grandkids, to make a difference.
And what if that hope could be brought to the masses?
What have you learned from the Pointer study? Eat vegetables and fruit.
2,000 patients across 5 American cities.
Our study is a 2-year-long intervention and in older adults. The goal of the study is to prevent cognitive decline.
An Alzheimer's prevention study without any drugs, designed to work for as many Americans as possible.
Black, African American, Hispanic, Native American. These individuals are at higher risk for cognitive decline and dementia. We wanted to make sure that they were adequately represented in our study.
Overall, Alzheimer's research often gets criticized for its lack of diversity in study participants.
In many of the studies that have been done over the years, there's no African American representation.
I was saying to myself, how can the data be correct for a person like me if they're not people like me that's in the study?
If you participated in Pointer and are considered an alum, can you please raise your hand?
So in U.S. Pointer, you had to be sedentary, not a regular exerciser. You had to not already be eating a healthy diet.
Well, before I started the Pointer study, I was a fast foodaholic.
I would say I was allergic to exercise. It causes me to sweat, it causes me to turn red, and it causes me to have shortness of breath.
You had to have some mild cardiovascular disease, so like mild hypertension, mild high cholesterol, mild high blood sugar. But also we were looking for people who had memory problems in their family.
My father was diagnosed. My dad couldn't function. Sometimes he would just go into rages.
My favorite aunt has dementia today. My mom died. That first year of not knowing anything, of taking the Christmas gifts to her that year, and she couldn't even remember how to open them.
My maternal grandmother, back in the 50s, they weren't saying Alzheimer's, but that's what it was. Her memory was gone.
For years, drug was the focus, always, to treat the disease. Lifestyle, exercise, yeah. It's beneficial, everybody should be doing it, but we're not going to study it as a prevention strategy. That's not the case anymore. Now, lifestyle, risk modification has a place at the table.
She has a family history, you said?
Yes.
That place at the table was earned, in large part by this world-renowned scientist, Dr. Mia Kivipelto, who pioneered the large-scale clinical lifestyle trial.
Does the medical community believe that lifestyle changes alone can slow or even halt dementia?
40% of dementia is linked to modifiable risk factors. Now we have at least this 40% chance of doing something.
She published her landmark finger research from Finland in 2013, and it completely changed the field.
The finger study was revolutionizing. Reducing risk over 2 years could actually help people preserve their cognition.
That work is the backbone of Dr. Ornish's approach, as well as the U.S. Pointer study. And the intervention is being tested and adapted to more than 60 countries in the Worldwide Fingers Network.
We had 5 fingers, easy to remember. Healthy balanced diet, very important for the brain health. Physical activity, one of the most powerful medicines we have for the brain health. Third one is the cognitive activity. We need to use our brains. We have the concept brain plasticity. Fourth finger is the social activity and even relaxation. And the fifth one is taking care of all vascular metabolic risk factors like blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, and obesity.
The finger study was conducted in Finland. The Finns are very different than Americans.
Could we deploy a risk reduction strategy and actually see similar results in the United States with a diverse population?
What would you say about dropping all fried foods?
I would say yes, drop all fried foods.
All the participants we spoke to had seen positive results so far.
We can make these changes together.
Significant weight loss, improved numbers for cholesterol, A1C, and blood pressure. And they all say they're feeling better and they're thinking more clearly.
I hope you're feeling better. Oh, yeah.
Full study results are expected by summer 2025. Coming up, testing for Alzheimer's.
It's Toyota's national sales event with so much summer left to see. From the perfect seats in a RAV4, to reimagining spaces in a Corolla Cross, to rooms with a view in a Tundra. Don't you love when summer just clicks?
The best-selling RAV4 is totally redesigned, totally hybrid, and now with 5.99 APR financing. Or lease this all-wheel drive RAV4 for just $329 a month.
Toyota keeps your summer going.
Toyota, let's go places.
Where I'm standing now will look completely different in a year's time. But until then, Genesis of Cool Springs will be here to provide unrivaled customer experience. Whether you're shopping for a car or servicing your Genesis, we consider you part of our family. And that's why we're constructing a brand new home, a dealership experience tailored to you, our family. Come join us at Genesis of Cool Springs.
It's been more than 50 years since anyone walked on the moon.
We have to keep going. We can't slow down.
It's the U.S. and its billionaires against China.
Question is, do we return first?
Eclipsing Power, Musk, Bezos, and the new space race, now streaming on CNN. Weeknights on CNN.
Tonight on 360.
The stories that matter.
This whole area is just engulfed in flames.
From a trusted voice.
We witnessed something nobody alive has ever seen before. You said that AI could wipe out half of all entry-level jobs. How soon might that happen?
A fearless eyewitness.
We just got a red alert to go down to the bomb shelter.
Every night makes sense of the world. Anderson Cooper 360. Weeknights at 8 on CNN and watch on the CNN app.
There's no way to know where we're gonna land.
Penny?
Here's a breakdown of what you can find every weeknight out front. Where are we when it comes to inflation? Direct, in-depth, and raw. Okay, now we hear the sirens. Getting ahead of the biggest stories and giving you context you won't find anywhere else.
How important is this moment that we are in? Does it sound to you that we're on the verge of a potentially dramatic escalation?
Aaron Burnett out front, weeknights at 7 on CNN, and watch on the CNN app.
Boca Raton, Florida, a place where about 1 in 4 residents is age 65 or older. No surprise then that this region of South Florida also happens to have the highest percentage of people living with Alzheimer's.
I've come to figure out whether I'm at risk for later dementia in life. This is what you do.
This is what I do, yeah.
Dr. Richard Isaacson is a world-renowned neurologist and Alzheimer's expert.
Looks like a lot of blood. It's not that much.
Yeah, it looks like a lot.
Okay, it's a really...
You're not going to find many places like this around the country. A place that practices preventative neurology, highly personalized, and most importantly for me, predictive.
So Holly here has graciously stuck me with a needle and is now drawing my blood for all sorts of different things, for basic cardiac, metabolic sort of risk factors, but also many of these purple tubes here as part of a research study to see what some of these biomarkers for Alzheimer's are for me and what they might mean.
Try to concentrate as you look at them now. That's correct. That wasn't quite right.
There is a lengthy cognitive test.
Place your heels on.
We're going to look at your body composition, your muscle mass, your body fat, where the body fat is.
Starting your in-body test.
And an exhaustive intake of my medical, personal, and family history.
My grandmother, his mom, and my dad both had diabetes.
Now, my test results are going to take a couple of weeks to come back. But while I was there with Dr. Isaacson, he did tell me about this patient, right around my same age. Simon Nichols. Now, to be clear, he was never diagnosed with Alzheimer's, but he does carry the strongest known genetic risks.
My mother passed away from Alzheimer's, so I was very worried. I have a 3-year-old son and an 8-year-old son. It's really important for me as I get older to try and be there for them in the future. Post-COVID, I started noticing some memory losses. I mean, it could have been from a number of reasons.
So tell me more about that. Like, what were you experiencing?
When I started to have this sort of memory loss, I was thinking, oh my God, what's going on? What's happening?
Regular exercise helps.
Simon had already been seeing Dr. Arthur Agatston, who was famous for the South Beach diet. He was seeing him for his heart health.
Okay, so...
And Dr. Agatston referred him to Dr. Isaacson for his Alzheimer's concerns.
Do not talk or move during the test.
He came to join our study in January 27th, 2023. We would treat his cholesterol, we would treat his sleep, we would change his nutrition. We kept checking everything out. And basically, over the year, he went from positive amyloid and positive tau to negative amyloid and tau.
Simon had fewer telltale signs of Alzheimer's disease, closer to normal levels of amyloid and tau in his blood, which corresponds with less amyloid and tau in his brain.
Today, we're looking at his brain volumes.
As we reviewed Simon's studies, there was something else that Dr. Isaacson's team found stunning.
There were 6 regions of his brain that were below the 25th percentile in 2022. It's now 2024, and there's only 3 regions of his brain that are below the 25th percentile.
So not only has he not lost more volume, he's actually grown.
This is early days.
Right.
One case. This guy did everything right. We normalized his risk factors. We improved his amyloid and tau quantifiably, verifiably. His brain grew. His belly size got smaller. His brain got larger.
But here is the critical question. What did these astonishing test results really mean for Simon himself and his daily life?
Did you notice a change in your cognition?
Yes, I still have memory issues. Might be normal, okay, because looking at my MRIs and my blood tests, it seems that I haven't got Alzheimer's, right? So hopefully I'm okay.
I know you're a health span guy, not necessarily a lifespan guy, but how long do you want to live?
Till I'm 136 years old.
It's a good number.
I'd love to see my son get married and have his own kids.
All right, yay!
Coming up, the results.
An undisturbed sleep is a beautiful thing. That's why a Beautyrest mattress is designed to give you unparalleled motion separation, isolating movement with our pocketed coil technology to help you sleep soundly no matter what's moving on the other side of the bed, while providing individualized support for every sleeping position. People at their best get their Beautyrest. Save during our Labor Day sale at a retailer near you.
I'm Zendaya, I play Rue, and we are here for the Euphoria premiere.
What if he could go back to the beginning? Oh no, I'm gonna cry.
The issues that matter here are the issues that affect all of us. Join me live in Los Angeles for the latest stories and conversations as news breaks all around the world.
The Story Is with Alex Michelson.
Weeknights on CNN.
I get to call someone I've looked up to a colleague.
We're two former White House correspondents with a tireless work ethic.
We're ready for whatever comes our way.
The Situation Room with Wolf Blitzer and Pamela Brown, weekday mornings at 10 on CNN and watch on the CNN app.
Where do the negotiations with Republicans stand right now? Do you think that ICE should be abolished now? There are a lot of people who are very concerned. What's the most important thing that you want these lawmakers to know? You are the Speaker of the House. There is, in fact, a lot you can do. There does seem to be a reckoning beginning to happen on Capitol Hill. We're going to really go inside politics here. Buckle up.
Inside Politics with Dana Bouch. Weekdays at noon on CNN and watch on the CNN app.
Decades in Sports, Sunday at 9 on CNN and next day on the CNN app.
It's been 2 weeks after my own testing for Alzheimer's risk. It was time for the results. And I have to admit, I was kind of nervous.
Based on some of the findings that we have, in some ways, you're a walking modifiable risk factor for Alzheimer's disease.
I am a walking modifiable risk factor.
4 out of every 10 cases of dementia may be preventable if that person does everything right. It's my belief, based on all the assessments we did, you are absolutely in that 4 out of 10. A lot of people would say.
So that's a relief. My genes, at least, don't carry an increased risk. And there is no signs of elevated plaque or tau in my blood.
Place your thumbs on the...
But there are also no guarantees for me, or really for anyone.
Weight measurement is complete.
Age is the #1 risk factor. Every year you get older, you're at higher risk of Alzheimer's disease.
Dr. Isaacson and his team spend hours analyzing and explaining my test results. Some recommendations, obvious. Go plant-based as much as possible. Get exercise. But I was also told more surprising things.
Take a brisk walk, possibly with a weighted vest. Wear something called a continuous glucose monitor, and you can track the fluctuations in blood sugar.
And pay attention to my grip strength.
Grip strength is a terrific, inexpensive, quick screening test for cognitive decline.
Preventing problems down the road.
Now go the other way.
Well, that is healthcare instead of sick care. But no question, it comes with a cost.
If an individual wants to seek that out, they certainly should. We at the Alzheimer's Association just don't have that evidence to be able to go out to public health agencies and say, hey, this is something that works. Let's do it for all. It's just not for the masses yet, but that's what we want, right?
But Dr. Isaacson and his team, they're working on fixing that as well.
This is the kind of cognitive test that you could do at home. You don't have to come to a place like this.
Yeah.
Funded by the National Institutes of Health, they are now testing software designed to reduce the risk of getting Alzheimer's.
The software does a risk assessment, does a memory test. It tells you what to do. In the future, we're going to add blood biomarkers.
All this testing, you could do in your own home. Do your own blood tests, get these own measures, and come up with a personalized plan.
I can't do this at scale just yet, but using software and at-home testing, this is the way to get people off the road to Alzheimer's disease.
And today, getting off that road for Alzheimer's and dementia is so much simpler than we previously thought. All those little decisions we make every day. To move more, to eat healthier, read that label, learn a new skill, spend time with loved ones. They sound so easy, but the evidence is clear. It can and it will add up to better brain health.